Hi, hey guys. Did the same thing again. Tried to record and I screwed up. I'm so bad at that. Seriously, no joke on that. So what I'm doing, I'm getting ready for my photo shoot, and it's such a long process. Oh my! And I have my drink that I usually have to go work out with. I'm gonna have that and some coffee. It's not good. I know it's not good for me to do right now, but I need some energy. So I'm gonna do it. I know I shouldn't do it. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. So so yeah, I'm just getting ready. Did my makeup and my hair, and it takes such a long time. You know, sometimes I just wish I had somebody come over and do this for me, my hair and makeup. No, that's what I want. That's even my makeup. I can do my hair. It's my makeup. Somebody come over and do my makeup. So anybody out there that wants to do my makeup, please let me know, because I will let you come over. I'll hire you to come over and do my makeup. No joke. Nah, it isn't that bad. But at the same time, I'm gonna do my nails as I'm talking to you. I hope this turns out great. So I wanted to read a couple, and these are true. It's not something I get off the internet or Craigslist or whatever. This is true things that happen to me, and sometimes I can think of things and sometimes I just can't, and my nails really, you know, whatever. Well, see, when I, unless I'm doing a photo shoot or going out, which I don't go out, so that really doesn't matter. I don't, not that I care, not that I don't care what I look like, that's not what I mean, but I just don't get all done up. I just don't. I used to be done up all the time. I used to have my hair done all the time. I used to have my makeup done all the time. I used to have my nails done all the time. I don't know. Anyway, you girls out there must understand, as you are older and you just don't have time to do it all the time. Like, it's every day. It's not like an everyday chore. And sometimes I feel bad. Not that I feel bad, but you know, I like looking nice, and but not every day I do. Not every day I do my hair. Not every day I do my makeup. Unless I'm actually going out of the house. Yeah, I might do, like, you see me go in the gym, I kind of do put a little makeup on then. But unless I'm actually going to be in the public, people's eyes somewhere, I don't do it. So my hands are so shaky. It's hurt from the weights maybe yesterday. I don't really know what's from. Doesn't really matter. Oh, get a message. So, touch my nose, really itchy. Okay. So, I'm going to read you a couple of crazy things that happened to me. It's called, like, the title, the heading, it's Crazy Things Happened to Me / and I'm weird. Which I am. I am weird, and I don't care. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun being weird. I kind of like it. So now I want to have some coffee. Yeah. Good stuff. So. So these are things that happened to me, like I said, in my life when I was younger. And unless I really probably said something. Nobody really would believe me, but it really did happen. I don't have pictures to prove it, but it really did happen to me. Yeah. And see, I'm just this is real multitasking. Like doing the nails, reading, answering messages, and drinking coffee, and my juice at the same time. Yeah. How many people can actually do that? Like, come on. Give me some credit here. I'm getting messages. Hey, almost done. Almost done. Almost done. One hand done. Yay! Oh, I'm so proud of myself. This is bad. Like, seriously, I'm trying to find the dress. Okay. So, like I said, these are crazy things that happened to me, and I'm weird. Pretty simple heading. So, this happened a long time ago when I don't know how old I was. Well, it happened to my grandmother, but I saw it. Well, a bunch of us saw it. It was weird. Anyway, so my grandmother never had her license in her life, which is fine. If I had get drives all the time, I wouldn't get my license either. Okay. But I do have my license, making that clear. I do. So yeah, she went out. And there's a bunch of us in the house, and she had poodles, Benji and Princess, a boy and a girl. So she decided to take the dogs for a drive in the field because they owned like a big property. So she had this big, like, and back in the day, they drive like huge cars, right? You fit like 20 people in, and you still all fit in perfect. It's great. Anyway, so she took this big car for a drive into the field, which is fine. I did that. I didn't have a license. Okay, but there's a twist to it. Not sure how this happened yet, but it blew up. The car literally caught in fire and blew up. No joke. I still don't know how it happened, because I remember people saying, why is she in the field? And then all of a sudden, boom, big explosion. Car's on fire, so we all run over, but she was fine. She was fine. Dogs were out. Like, she didn't get hurt or nothing like that, and it's just the car. The car just blew up, and yeah. So that's just one little thing that happened when I was a kid. Remember seeing that. I still don't know how a car blew up. I don't know what she did, because all she was doing is driving in the field. But I don't think she was supposed to drive at all in her life. Pretty sure on that. Like me, I don't think I am either, but I do drive, but I don't think I should. So, somebody's car. Oh, this is the thing that happened to me when I was going to work. So, I was going to work one morning, and I had to pick up another girl that was working with me. That was fine. We pick her up, or I pick her up, and I'm driving to work, and I can notice that, like, the gauge, it wasn't the gas gauge, but I know nothing about vehicles, by the way. I don't. I get in, I put in drive, and I drive. Other than that, I really don't know much about them. I know it's kind of sad, but it's me. So I seen the gauge, the heat, whatever it's called, I don't know, and it's getting really, really hot. Like it's going up to the heat sign, and it's like going over that, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, well, maybe I'll get to work. Maybe I'll do it. No, then I seen, and my friend is like, there's smoke coming out of the hood of your car. I'm like, shit. And I'm like, well, maybe if I just floor it, I'll get there faster, and I'll just take care of the car after work. So that was in my head. So I floor the car, and it just goes boom. And it just, there's flames coming out of the car, there's smoke coming out. And well, I knew I wasn't going any further because I just couldn't. And so I just pulled into the store, and before the store there's a gas station. Thank God. And so all the guys that worked at the gas station were all outside watching me. This is real, guys. This is stuff that happened to me. This is not something I found on the internet. Remember that. It's happened to me. So I get out of the car, and all I could think of was, I'm going to be late for work. I'm just going to be late for work. So I get out, and there's like 3 guys in the gas station all looking at me. So I run out, like, in my head, I didn't even realize they're really watching me, because I don't know, why wouldn't they be, right? My car just blew up. Who would not be watching me? So I run over to the guys, and I'm like, hey, I'm really sorry to bother you, but my car is on fire. They're like, yeah, we see that. I'm like, yeah, can you help me? So they're like, well, yeah. So they had like 3 guys. I couldn't drive it. It blew up. So the guys had to come over, push the car. It wasn't that far, thank God. Across the road and into the shop. So then I'm like, well, how am I supposed to get to work? I still don't know how I'm getting to work. And so I had to call. I still don't know who I called. I don't know what I did. I just remember that happening. And I still went to work, and I got my car fixed. I don't remember much more. I just remember my car blowing up and me being late for work. So, that's another thing that happened to me in my life when I was younger. It looks so weird. So, oh yes, this is another thing my grandmother did. Since she had trouble with the car, they got a scooter. They bought a scooter for her. And by the way, my grandmother was a great woman. Loved her. She was awesome. She did crazy stuff, which is why I think I loved her even more, because she wasn't so serious. And that's why I'm crazy. It's just natural. Anyway, so she got a scooter. So every day, she went, like, not every day, but the days that she would go to church, she took her scooter, and sometimes she'd even take it into town. Anyway, that was fine. So this one particular day, she drove it up the road, and then when she was driving it back, she ended up, I don't know what she did, but she hit the gas too hard, I think, and she went into the ditch. So there's another accident that occurred with her scooter. Not a car this time. It was her scooter, though. And she ended up in the ditch. She wasn't hurt, though. She didn't get hurt. She was fine. Thank God. But no, yeah, she ended up in the ditch, but it was like right in front of her house. So it was okay, because my grandfather saw it, and people saw it, and they went out and helped her. But in the long run, they came to realize that it's not good for her to drive any kind of it doesn't matter if it's anything with a motor. Anything with a motor, she should not get behind of. They figured that out. She never drove again, which is a good thing. But she's a great woman. She was a great lady. And I miss her terribly. So them are a couple. There's lots of things that happened. So those were a couple of things that happened to my grandmother back in the day, and it was quite funny at the time. Well, actually, at the time it wasn't, because we thought that she died in the car that blew up. She didn't. She was fine. The dogs were fine. She didn't understand what the big fuss was about. She's like, I don't know what the big fuss is about. I own this. You know? Okay. Well, you know, it's fine. Yeah. She was just worried about the dogs. That's all she cared about, was the dogs. Which I kind of would be like that too. I was just worried about my dogs. Like, not that I don't care about my vehicle, but I just want to make sure my pet was okay. So yeah. So that's a couple things happened there. So another thing. I don't socialize much. I don't socialize much. I don't go out much. It's nothing to do with anybody. I used to go a lot. I had lots of friends. I had all that. I did it, and sometimes I get kind of drama, right? Just sometimes a lot of drama goes on, so I just keep to myself now. But I want friends. So that's kind of messed up, right? I don't socialize. I don't even want to socialize that much any more than I have to. But I want friends. So I don't really understand how I'm supposed to get through that concept of wanting friends, but then I don't socialize. I don't go out. I don't know. It's kind of backwards. And so that's why it's kind of weird. And I'm kind of weird. Because that's what I want. And it's kind of hard to do that unless you actually want to meet up with somebody and do something together. That's kind of how that works. But I don't want to do that. Anyways, I'm probably messing your mind up right now. I'm sorry, don't mean to do that. I'm just reading what is going on, what went on in my life, and some true events that happened to me. And why I'm weird. So yeah, I'm kind of a loner, but then I don't like being alone. And then I'm like, oh, how come I gotta be alone all the time? But then I go out and it's like, I want to go back home. I don't. Sometimes I don't even know what I want. So that's me. I'm bad at being serious. I'm really bad at being like serious, like not at serious times. For example, one time I was pulled over by the cops. I wasn't. People that I was with got pulled over, and I was with them. Because they didn't have a license, so I would never drive. So I think there's like 5 of us in the vehicle. That's a lot. And it was a truck. So it's kind of a lot, yeah. So I'm not getting into the real deal. Yeah, it was a 2-seater. And there's 5. And this is a long, long time ago. So this has nothing to do with what just happened. This is so many years ago. So, anyways, the guy that was driving was out, and he had to talk to the cops and whatnot. So, I was on the passenger side, and this new cop, I knew he was new because I knew it's a small town. I know every cop in that town. And so this new cop came to the window, and so I was like, Oh, well, hello. So, of course, I try to make really nice friends with this cop, which is called flirting, okay? So, I'm trying to flirt with this cop to try to not get us into any trouble. But I didn't do anything bad. I just kind of, you know, talk nice to him and ask him, you know, where'd he come from, and try to get his mind off really what was going on. And it worked. It actually worked. I mean, not that I didn't want to get to know the cop and stuff like that, because I did. And it was very nice meeting him and all that stuff. So he went back and he told his friend, or the other cop that he was with, that to let us go. And they weren't going to let us go. They weren't. But because I'm so nice as a person, they let me go. Or they let us go because I was nice. See, be nice pays off. A little flirting don't help either. Anyways, moving on from that one. So that's a little bad and serious and funny all in one there, because we got pulled over with socks. So that's a serious situation. And if it wasn't for me flirting or actually talking really nice with the cop, we would have been probably, the guy probably would have went to jail, and we would have been left standing probably on the side of the road trying to figure out how to get home. So since I could drive, the cop is like, okay for me to drive, and because I was really nice to him. Pays to be nice. So, a couple of things happened there. Another thing. Okay, another thing happened that I did when I was younger, 16 years ago. When I was having an ultrasound. And, you know, I'm a nice person. I am. I like being nice to guys. Especially cute guys. I am so nice, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. Anyway, so I was getting my ultrasound, and usually it's the same. It was the same doctor who usually does it for me. But for this particular day, they had this really young, cute doctor in, and so the other doctor was trying to show him, you know, like how it's done and all stuff. So I'm laying there and I'm like, he is so cute. And all I was thinking with my head was like, he is so damn cute. So I want to know the sex of the baby. So I waited until my doctor left, and this other younger doctor was still there. I'm so bad. Anyway, so I'm laying there, and I give him these like seductive, like looking. I don't know how seductive you can look when you're laying on a bed type, small little bed, and get an ultrasound. I'm not with the belly, 9 months pregnant. I'm not sure how seductive and pretty or sexy you can actually look during that, but you know what? I tried it out, and I asked him, and I'm like, hey, how old are you? So I'm asking his age, and I'm like talking really nice to this doctor, and I'm like, listen, just tell me the sex of the baby, and I won't tell nobody. I promise I won't tell nobody. And that was so nice. And he says to me, he goes, I really would, but I'm not allowed. I'm like, yes, I know that. I knew that he wasn't allowed to do that. I said, I know you're not allowed to do that, but I'm not going to tell anyone. I promise I won't tell anybody. The doctor here won't know. Won't tell nobody. Just me. So I said, well, just tell me so I know what to go buy. I want to go shopping for my child, and I don't know what to go buy them because I don't know if it's a boy or girl. And so I said, please. And I was being so nice. And he almost told me. And he goes, no, I'm sorry, I'm not allowed. I'm like, alright, fine. Never mind. That I did. I'm like, since he wouldn't tell me, I'm like, fine, whatever. And I was so nice to him, but he was cute though. Anyway, I didn't get my way that time. Shitty. So that's another thing I did. 16 years ago. That's another thing. Crazy thing that I did. It's another thing. Someone, like, I find out, same thing when, like, with my grandmother, the car, all she cared about their animals. When someone tells me if I got news, if a house was burnt, or, I don't know, something blew up, and there's animals there, all I care about are the animals. I'm like, the first thing in my head is like, is the dog okay? Did you get the animals out? And people look at me, they're like, do you care about anybody? Like, what about the people in there? Or, you know, like, pictures or whatever. I'm like, no, did you get the animal out? Did you get dog, the cats? Did you get them out? That's, you know, that's pretty important. And not that I don't care about anything else. I do. I really do. But it's weird because that's the first thing I think about are the animals. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but that's what I'm like. And if they don't get the animals out, I feel really, really bad. I know their house just burnt down, which is a $100,000 house, or their building just burnt down, was like $1 million industry. That's not what's on my mind. It's the animals that I was worried about, which I think is pretty important because they're living creatures that need to be saved. So that's what I'm thinking. But, you know, people just think about, are just selfish and think about their $100,000 houses and $1 million friggin' business. Like, you know, what about the animals? Yeah. So, this morning, I was cold. It was kind of cold. So I turned the heat up. So I'm still finding it cold. I'm like, what in the hell is it cold? Still cold in here, and I turned the heat up. I have the air conditioner going on in the bedroom. I have a window down in the kitchen. And I'm wondering why it's still cold in here. So I'm walking around, and I'm like, I don't understand. And I'm looking at the window, I'm looking at the air conditioner still on, wide open. And I'm thinking, well, that might be it. That might be the reason why it's so cold in here. So maybe I should shut that off. Yeah, Dana, that's probably the reason why it's still cold in here. So it's things like that, you know, I'm kind of weird and maybe stupid. Maybe people call me just think I'm stupid. I'm actually not stupid. I just do stupid things. Anyway. And another thing I do quite often, actually. I do it a lot. I don't know why I do it. I don't know why I just don't check it. I just don't. When making my coffee, okay, I'm waiting for my coffee to make. I'm thinking, why is this coffee not being? Why is it taking so long for my coffee? Why is it taking so long? And so I sit there and I'll watch it. I'll sit there and I'll watch the coffee machine. And then I'm like, well, maybe it's just like brewing, or maybe it's just supposed to do this or whatever. But I do this a lot. To come to realize, there's no water in the machine. Not a drop. Sometimes it's not even like a little bit in the machine. And sometimes there is a little bit, but then you need about like this much water, this much water for it to actually brew. But no, in my head, I'm wondering why it's not working. All the time, looking at the machine, there's no water in it. So it's things like that I do, and yeah, they kind of don't make sense. But I do it. people probably think I'm pretty stupid right now. I'm not stupid. I just do stupid things sometimes. That's what it is. See? Not everybody is sometimes, like, the things that I do, people find funny. Sometimes they just like, oh my God, Dana, how can you not know that? And, you know, in my head, I think the same thing. How can I not know that? But I do it anyway. Anyways, those are their, I think it was like, what, 9 things I said? I don't know how many. It doesn't really matter how many things I just said. But those are all real things that happened in my life and to family members that was funny, wasn't when it first happened, but it turned out to be funny. So, yeah, hope you enjoy those little things that you got to realize and know about my life and what happened. And if I can think back of more things, I will hop on here and I will tell you. So, yeah, I'm crazy and I enjoy it. It's kind of fun. It's better than being real serious and, you know, being sad and shit. Yeah, I'm not into that. Don't want to do that stuff. So, there you go. I gotta go now because I have a photo shoot too and I should be there. So, love you guys. Peace out. Hope you like my videos. Like, share, subscribe. Check it out on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Check it out. You know. See you guys.